you're really good at fighting that hamster, then it doesn't need to send you a whole bunch of adrenaline. Hi, I'm Georgia Dow, and today we're going to be dealing with identity. Identity. Who are you? Most important thing to your own psyche and self-esteem is, who do you see yourself as? Are you the hero, the victim, the caretaker, the martyr? What are the character traits that you possess? We are often not who we think we are. If you have been told your entire life that you are stupid or worthless or not good enough, you might believe that even though it is completely untrue. And so that can lead to anxiety, regret, depression, apprehension, you choosing people that are not good enough for who you are as a person, or it'll even change your entire job schema because you might say to yourself, you know what, I'm not going to be able to do this, or I'm not strong enough, or I'm not smart enough to be able to handle this. It is vastly important to your own self-esteem, directly related to your own self-esteem, is who do you see yourself as? We don't want to have an overly inflated, maybe a little bit overly inflated, but just a little bit, not a lot overly inflated. You becoming narcissistic will lead you to making bad choices. And you being too hard or negative on yourself, watch that video, is going to lead you to bad places. We want you to be accurate. A lot of times you'll say, well, but how in the world am I going to do that, Georgia? And how much work is this? Because I think that I'm just being realistic, which is the usual comment that I get from people. But the thing is that especially when we're dealing with anxiety and depression, if you're not looking at yourself in the way that is accurate because you've been believing whatever lie your brain has been telling you, because remember, whatever you say to yourself enough times, even if it's completely untrue, you will 100% believe it. Advertising works. Trillion-dollar industry for a reason. If you're advertising to yourself, say trash talking yourself all the time of how you're a horrible person, yeah, you're gonna believe that even if you're not. It permeates everything. The people that you date will be different depending on who you see yourself as. Your levels of adrenaline in your system will change. Your choice whether you go to get pizza or not will change depending on what your self-esteem is at, who you see yourself as, and how you can relate to yourself as a person. What do we do about this? Because it's not actually that hard. It's, again, one of these things that we should be taught in school. And it goes like this. Every day, track one thing that you are proud of. Just one thing. That's all I'm asking. 5 minutes, you can totally do this. This is the hero's journey, is finding out who you are accurately, your strengths, your weaknesses, and then figuring out what you want to change, because once you're accurate on your weaknesses, then you can actually fix them. If you believe that you're really not good at studying, but you're going to be spending a lot of time spinning in an area, you don't actually need to. You take a look at one thing that you're proud of each day. And then download a cheat sheet online of character traits, positive character traits, and then just track down 3 character traits that one thing showed. Does not have to be big. It could be I cooked a really nice meal. It could be I'm proud of myself for getting out of bed today. I'm proud that I did a really good ponytail, or I was really kind to my friend, or said something that made someone laugh. Pick them. 3, not 1, 3 of them. If this is really hard for you, this means that you should be doing this. Then what you do is you start tracking who you are on this sheet. And you can do the baseball tracking and see, you know what, actually I'm pretty responsible. Why does this work differently than us just kind of thinking it in our mind? One is that if you're already hard on yourself or don't have an accurate reflection of who you are, and you're going through an identity crisis, which can cause a lot of anxiety, then you're probably not paying attention to the good things that you're doing through the day. If this is a painful exercise for you, you're definitely needing to do this. That's why you should do it, because it's hard on you. Because how do you get better at something? Practice. And the more that you practice, the more that those neurons fire together, they will wire together, and you will make actual changes to your brain structure. And then it's really hard when you try to demean yourself or you're mean to yourself. It's really hard to do when you have actual facts that are hard case there. No, I actually know I was responsible because that day that I cleaned up my room, even though I've been not doing it, and I was responsible, and that was self-care, and that was loving. So then it's hard for you to dismiss who you are as a person because everything is based on a fact. And our limbic system, the emotional part of our brain, is easy to dismiss stuff that it does not see as fact. But it does not want to be inaccurate. Because if you're actually really good at fighting that tiger, well, let's change that. If you're really good at fighting that hamster, then it doesn't need to send you a whole bunch of adrenaline, right? If you go into that alley and you're a superhero, you probably are not going to get a huge anxiety response. Identity is linked to who you are and how you feel. And your levels of adrenaline and cortisol, those things that get us ready for action, will be exactly related to how much our brain believes we can survive or not survive, deal with or not deal with. And that is based on our character traits. If you like this video, please subscribe, means a lot, and check out my next video.